Welcome to Knicks.com. Jonah Ballo here with Courtney Lee, one of the three new members of this team that we're announcing today. And Courtney, your name was at the top of the list for this team, but why were they attractive for you? Why was this a place that you would want to come and play?
It's the Mecca. It's New York. Everybody dreams about playing here, and the history and the tradition that comes along with that. I definitely had to embrace the phone call that I got from Phil and those guys during free agency, and then just seeing the direction that they was going in as far as rebuilding the team and some of the pieces that they was adding, starting with Derrick Rose was the first one, and then Joakim definitely made everything intriguing here, and so we're here now.
Now, when you saw the news that Derrick Rose was traded to the Knicks, kind of crazy and surreal to think about considering his time with Chicago, did that open up your eyes and you start thinking about maybe this team as a destination?
It did. It opened my eyes right away because Derrick Rose in a new situation, a fresh start, away from home. He feels like he has a lot to prove still, and is definitely going to put a chip on his shoulder. And so I'd rather be on the team with that guy than against him.
Now, when you look at your game, 3-and-D is what we hear, and that's essential right now in the NBA. How can that help this team moving forward? That's a position of need on the wing that can guard and also hit open, knock down shots when Derrick Rose or Brendan Jennings is getting through the lane. So what can you do to elevate the offense and defense this year?
Just offer that floor spacing, like you said, for those guys, the point guards that are going to get in the paint and draw two, or Melo who's going to draw two, whether he's posting up or attacking the basket, just being able to move and getting those guys peripheral and being able to knock down shots. And then defensively, what better way to start offense than without defense? You get a stop, and then we're out and running and starting to break.
How about with the guy Joakim Noah in the back there of the defense, anchoring it, and then you on the wing? How can that provide some support for a defensive five-man group?
It can help a lot. Like you said, you have Joakim back there that's going to protect the rim, and he's anchoring the defense. And then you got KP that's also 7'2", 7'3", so his length is going to distract a lot of layups and a lot of guys from penetrating to the hole. And then myself, I feel I can just pressure the ball as much as possible, take away the three-point shot, and I know that I got those two guys behind me guarding the rim.
You mentioned that. Maybe one of the longer five-man units in the league with you guys on paper at least. Kristaps Porzingis, when you see his game live in person and on tape and now a chance to play with him, what do you think about the young kid?
I think he's going to be great. And man, he's, like you said, 7'3". He's able to stretch the floor. He can shoot. He can penetrate. And he also showed the post-up game. And then I think he made his way on a lot of top 10 plays with those tip dunks. And so I look forward to playing with all these guys.
What are some of the necessary steps for you now? Signed, now you got a group here that's starting to come together. What are going to be the next steps leading up to training camp?
Just going back home, getting back into shape and getting back into the rhythm, and then flying out to L.A. I'll meet Derrick Rose and Brendan Jennings will be out there working out, and Joakim just said he's going to go out there. So those will be the next steps, just getting back into shape, getting the rhythm, and then just being ready to come here September 1st and doing whatever it takes whatever the team asks me to do to get ready for the season.
Did you have prior relationships, friendships with Joakim, Carmelo, Rose, any of the guys that are on this team?
Well, I know a lot of the guys just through basketball, and like I said, in the off-season, Rose and Brandon work out in the same facility that I do, and Joakim, I see him around a lot, and even Melo. Melo works out with Gunner out in L.A., so see a lot of the guys. We talk here and there, so.
Now, you've had a lot of interesting experiences with some teams that have done really well and had some success, especially in Orlando there. What have you learned in your time? Now, you're in this kind of sweet spot where you have the experience, but you're still young and still fresh and ready to play, but have had some good NBA experience. What have you learned along the road?
I learned a lot, not only from just my experiences, from the coaches I had and some of my teammates, just my work ethic, how to be a professional and how to approach a lot of things. And I grew as a person as far as understanding that there's a business side to this also, and there's the sport that you love to play. And sometimes you can't get your feelings involved in it in one situation. You just have to understand it's what's ever best for the team, and you just got to continue to move forward.
You look at one of the challenges for a group like this, so many new players coming together. What will be important early on to develop that chemistry and camaraderie so that you're ready for the season? I know it's going to take some time to gel, but you want to get a lot of those things done probably off the court that would help the on-the-court impact.
Yeah, I think that's going to be key, man. Like I said, we're going to be out in L.A. with some of the guys, but I think when everybody comes together, that everybody just checks egos. I mean, if we throw the egos out the window and everybody's just focused on winning, I think the chemistry, the bind, and the trust and everything will come right away because everybody is focused and dedicated on just winning.
Joe came from here, so he knows the area. Brendan Jennings, West Coast guy, now on the East Coast, says he wants a speedboat out to Statue of Liberty. What's something you want to do on your bucket list in New York?
My bucket list in New York, I want to lower prices of rent.
Never going to happen.
And increase the square footage of these apartments.
Never going to happen.
And lower taxes.
Wow, those are some lofty goals. I would like that help as well. Yeah. Anything else that you're into off the court that's interesting in terms of not, getting your mind away from the game?
Right. I'm into fashion. I'm into art. I'm kind of a little artistic myself. I like to draw or whatnot. So those are interesting things that I can be a part of around the city.
Yeah, Lance Thomas, I think he likes to draw as well. So that could be something you guys could bond over maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, well, it was great to catch up with you, and we're excited about the season. It's right around the corner, and appreciate your time, and welcome to New York.
Thank you.
There he is, Courtney Lee, right here on Knicks.com.